And I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. on the Central Time Zone, as we get to ride home with you in the afternoon. You can find us syndicated on Abundant Television. That's found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast on thenewspastors.com. You can find us on all the social media sites as well. We moved to South Carolina, and we're working on a few things there as well. So I'm so excited about all the things that are happening. You know what? LaRue Hardinger is with me. I think everybody knows you because I do. LaRue Hardinger is like my best friend, and she's with the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. And so she's like the treasure, but I just got to say something. So we moved to Abbeville, South Carolina. There's a place out there called Calhoun Falls. and I wondered every single time, because we've been so busy moving, garden coming up, and all this stuff, you know, that I've not had really time to go out and talk to sponsors. So I went to the Chamber of Commerce and joined them, and I'd already been mentioning Calhoun Falls. And every time, people have been laughing and making fun of me because every single time I mention Calhoun Falls, I say, I can't wait to go visit the falls. I'm just so, because I love water, you know how that is. And so I said, you know what? I am just so excited. It's the Chamber of Commerce. I am so excited about Calhoun Falls. I can't wait to go see Calhoun Falls. And you know what she did?
What?
She started laughing at me. and I said, okay, I got to ask. Every single time I mention Calhoun Falls, everybody laughs. I said, why is everybody laughing? I mentioned Calhoun Falls. And she said, Donna, it's not a waterfall. And I said, well, then what is it? Because there are signs all over the place. There's a monument, and there's even a town named after them, Calhoun Falls. And I said, well, what is it? And she said, Donna, Mr. Calhoun, who founded the town, fell off his horse.
Like Nakalula Falls.
It's not even Nakalula Falls. It's not even a falls.
At least Nakalula is a falls.
So it's not. It's Mr. Calhoun fell off his horse. And there's the spot is where he fell off the horse, and there's a monument there.
That's funny.
I said, I feel so
it's
stupid.
not funny. I'm sorry, he died.
No, he didn't die then. He lived for many years after that.
I'm sorry.
But Calhoun County, Alabama was actually named after Mr. Calhoun.
Really?
Yeah. So he was very, very well known in that particular area. So I have LaRue Hardinger with me now. We are at Twin City Used Car Sales, which is located in Gadsden, Alabama. Talk about a monumental guy. This guy is.
I thought I was going to get to see Bobby.
Well, he's busy selling cars.
He's out there selling cars. And myself and my two comrades from the Northeast Alabama Marine Corps.
Well, do they want to come over here?
We're going to give Bobby this. But
he's looking at me like, So this is the presentation you're going to give.
Y'all want to come in on each side and just say, hey?
Because we're proud of you guys in every single thing that y'all do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I love this lady right here.
Yeah, these are Texans.
Thank you for everything you do. Oh yeah, my husband lived in Houston.
Dave here.
Texas.
This is Dave Matthews and Deb Matthews.
This is Deb.
They help with Toys for Tots, and they're wonderful volunteers, and they also are members of our Marine Corps League. So,
hoorah!
And from Texas. See, I love Texas. I'm married a Texan.
All right.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
of us
from your
have-
neck of the
that's
woods.
why you and Phil get along so well.
Both of us have big roots in Texas. My wife's grandfather was the head of the Department of Zoology at Texas A&M for 26 years.
Uh-huh.
And to this day, the Museum of Natural History on campus has his name across the front of it. It's named after him.
Well, I'd love to go. But you know something? We went to Houston, and we were actually thinking about living there. And this is when we first got married. And so we get off the plane, and I looked, and I said, something's wrong here. And Phil said, what is it? And I said, we're the mountains.
No,
No mountains in Houston.
no, it's flat.
Anyways, Bobby, they came with me today to give your plaque to you. We're going to do a presentation. So,
Well, maybe we can love them and
Yeah.
love them, and they'll come back next month.
yeah, maybe so. Y'all going to come back next month?
We'll be
Just
here
put 'em on the
anytime for Toys for Tots. We're going to be there with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So Bobby's
you,
going to
guys.
see it. Right. Well,
He's a
thank
busy
you.
man.
Thank you guys for everything you
I
do.
think he's out
Thank you.
selling cars.
Thank you for having
And
us.
for your service.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Bobby Ledbetter, Twin City Used Car Sales, has been really a
Yes, they
spokesman for you
have.
guys for years. hasn't
They
he?
have. They have. And so many, too many ways for me to name. Bobby has never said no when we ask for help. So thank you, Bobby. And yes, we have your nice plaque here. You see it says, in appreciation for your support to the 2024 Toys for Tots campaign, presented to Bobby Ledbetter, Twin City Used Car Sales, and he has certainly earned that. And so I have a feeling it's going to be on this wall pretty soon.
Yeah, but you'll have to take it down so you give him the presentation.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, we're going to trick him next month. So
Tell
we're gonna
him
trick
that.
him. We're going to go. It's not. I have to feel about this, but anyway, I'll just say we haven't started the show yet. But come over here so you can get your picture taken,
We're going to trick
so we
him.
can trick him.
Trick him.
Yeah, I tricked him. When he was feeding people in Fort Payne. When COVID hit, and so he doesn't want the recognition. So anyway, I said, well, Bobby, you need to come on the show and talk about this. So what I did is I didn't tell him I was on the show. And I put him on speakerphone, and I had him talking about what he did to help all the wonderful folks in Fort Payne. Fed all these foods. And then I said, Bobby, thank you for being on the show. And he said, what, Miss Donna, what?
You know he's going to watch this. He's going to have a heads up.
Yeah, but he'll forget it by then because he's so busy running his business.
I
and it's
have
very
never
successful.
seen a busier man in my entire
And
life.
during COVID, when nobody was selling cars, he was. And how did he do this? When people were not able to get cars, Bobby somehow was getting the cars.
He finds a way. Every time I have asked him, what are we going to do about this? Or I have a proposition. Do you think you could help us out with this? I mean, there has never been a time he did not say, Miss LaRue will find a way. Teamwork.
Yeah.
He always says teamwork. And that's true. It takes a village, believe me, to meet the needs of 1,848 kids, which is how many we served last December. So
And
thank
for
you.
a number
Thank
of
y'all
years.
for gay.
For a
All
number-
of y'all who gave. Yes.
Yeah, because and I just wanted to ask you a question because I know you live, breathe, and drink. If somebody cut your wrist, Toys for Tots come out and still blood. So there are things you do all through the year people don't even know about.
Well, right now, for instance, last week, in fact, the two a couple you just saw in the frame, they went with me on 2 toy buys last week because you hear of clearance sales and you hear of, ridiculously low prices for things like bicycles. You cannot pass those up because we want to stretch your donated dollars as far as we can when purchasing toys for those children in need. And so you can rest assured when you do donate funds to purchase toys, they are going to be well spent and accounted for to the foundation, the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. This program is nationwide. And not only that, now I have a couple who actually call me up and say, when's our next toy shopping trip? They're always on the lookout for sales and for and good deals. And so we have a few others in the group who do this, but as these are newer participants in our program, and they are so eager and they work so hard. And when we have new people come on, I kind of watch them to see what they absolutely love doing and have fun with, and then I know right away that's what they're best at. So I just say, okay, that's going to be your job. I kind of say it playfully, but then they're like, we're there. So
Yeah, but I got to ask you a question. Okay, so I got to go one time, and I'm saying
that's not her talent.
It was so much fun though. Yeah, but I wound up having a good time. But this is what you did, because okay, my son is in his 40s, no grandkids yet, so I don't know what toys are like. And so now this is how long it's been since I bought toys. Okay, so you said there's a hot toy, and what was that hot toy?
Legos.
Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, one Lego. I didn't know there were hundreds. I didn't know there were like all these different types. So I was like getting kids walking by. Hey, kid, come here. What do little girls like in this Lego? I mean, I was recruiting kids trying to find out. But I thought she was giving me a really simple job because she thought I wasn't capable. Well,
Yeah.
but it was apparently.
In
She
all
thought I was
fairness,
very
I
capable.
gave you a list, but you got to break it down by ages.
But I didn't know there were so many different.
That
kinds
was
of
the last year before Toys R Us closed,
Yeah.
and it was in Huntsville. And so the prices were great, and you know how big that store was, and so they were trying to move merchandise, but the selection was great. And
There were aisles of Legos. I mean,
okay,
they were
truth
just
be
like-
known, and I don't think I've ever admitted to this, I kind of did that on purpose. I knew you'd figure it out.
Yeah, you knew I'd recruit a kid. That's what I was doing. A
Um,
kid.
I watched you. I was kind of like moving around the aisles, shopping for other
Well,
things.
you had to see my eyes go.
Cutting your eyes at me like,
What are you doing to? I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here.
what did you do to me?
But it was so much fun, and so many things that you can do in your community. But the toys were too much.
There's a little girl hiding in her.
Oh, it's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
and-
there.
she's wearing her grandmother's pearls and her beautiful lace today, and she's just all girly.
Well, you know why I am today? Because I love playing outside, and I found Pleasant Oak. I mean, big. Oh, and it looks
Oh.
good compared to what it did look
I
like.
have it on my ankles from
And
working
it
in the
turns
yard.
into, look at that, see, it turns into sores and all this. So I'm thinking, well, LaRue's coming. I got to be all dressed up.
Oh, please, you didn't do it for me.
So,
You look beautiful. She always looks beautiful. She always dresses up. And
I'm bargain
I know.
hunter.
she's supposed to be interviewing me, but I gotta tell you this. I've noticed this about her. She can make jewelry out of things I never dreamed she would make jewelry out of.
tin cans.
She makes garden ornaments out of canned food cans, which I still have mine in my garden that you gave me like years
Yeah,
ago.
but you got to be resourceful.
And not only that, not just the jewelry, but she makes, you grow your own herbs, right?
If I could only have one, it would be the comfrey plant.
And she makes different, herbal medicinal products in herself. And they're all natural and they work. And I mean, I'm not trying to do an advertisement here, but
Keep on.
Okay. No. I just turned my ankle out front. Yeah, Bobby, I just turned my ankle. You need to paint that curve. But anyway, love you. But what did Phil, your husband, go do? Immediately, he went and got a jar of comfrey, which also has other natural ingredients like coconut oil and other things like that.
Wax from the honeybees.
It's got the beeswax in it. It's got, you can do this better than me. I just read the label, but and it was in her handwriting. I mean, it's that natural. And he said, I said, when should I put this on? Can I do it when I get home? And he said, right now. He said, the sooner the better. So I went out in the car, propped my leg up on the console, took off my knee-high stockings, which, by the way, yeah, I have this too that you have on your arms from working in the yard, which was fun. But it's getting better. It's getting well. But I thought, if this works, I'm going to buy stock in this. I mean, she goes, public with it, but I'm saying that to say this. Not only is she such a good friend for at least a decade, we're both from the media background, so we got that kind of like connection.
Yeah, we analyze each other. And everybody else.
See, you notice I'm doing the interviewing now. I'm doing it all the time, and she's the guest. No, I'm just kidding.
I've ever been interviewed before.
I'm kidding.
There's not anything to
Yes,
say.
I interviewed you on the last one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you broke several stories in your career.
Well, you know how it is. It's in your blood.
Just constantly breaking stories. You know what? We are way past the commercial break. You see what time it is? We're going to have to go to the commercial.
By the
So we
way,
got to pay for this.
I text her and I send her ideas for the news.
She does. Some good stuff, too. We'll be right back in just a minute. I promise.
Queen City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Hardinger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show with Truth Matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday. I got my friend LaRue Hardinger with me. We've been friends for a very, very long time. And you know what? Even when you and I haven't even seen each other for a while, it's like we catch up.
Yeah, that's why it's few and far between. But you guys out there listening know, I hope you have that friend. Everybody's got that one friend that you can, go ever how long and not get to talk, but when you do, you catch up. Like it's like you seamlessly pick up where you left
And
off.
Phil just gets out of the way. And then we're just going, no, just talking about
He's
stuff.
happy, though.
Yeah, he gets a rest.
He knows that it's good medicine for both of us.
Everybody's got to have good friends.
Everybody needs someone they can talk to and trust.
Who's been in the same kind of business too. Somebody else understands us.
That was where we were at.
Nobody gets us. I mean,
No.
it's just like
It is it's not something like you wake up one morning and say, "Oh, I want to be a reporter." No.
Somehow I don't remember how it said. I
No,
don't know. I was going to be an accountant.
Well, I wanted to be a ballet dancer, but
I can see that.
She's
She's so graceful. See, friends, when they get best friends, that best friend is total opposite of what they are in some ways.
oh please,
I'm not the graceful one. I'm the one that
that's not true. But anyway,
So I can see you being ballet.
the only reason being back then, no, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You'll probably get a lot of corrections. The best of I understand, maybe I'm thinking about the Rockettes, but if I remember correctly, to be a professional ballet dancer, you had to be at least 5'9" or 10, and I'm 5'10", so I thought. And I would watch the ballets even as a little girl, and then I would go do the twirls outside of the yard and try to, imitate them. And so the only thing that kept me from it was I was from a lower income, middle income family. And don't get me wrong, they took great care of us. But as far as paying for something like Juilliard, not happening. Not happening. But you know what? God puts us in the families we belong in. And I had wonderful parents and siblings, and I cannot complain. But you know what? He gives us gifts, and I turned that gift into teaching fitness for 35 years. And I taught dance doing that way, but didn't get to perform on stage. But you know what? I got to influence countless other teachers who then got trained to teach, and now they're teaching teachers. And I'm thinking, ripple effect. How far can it go?
That's a great legacy.
So maybe I helped someone out there not only help their students prolong their life and their health, but out of that many women, somebody's going to be a ballet dancer.
Absolutely.
Because you got to love to dance to get into the class mode, So, yeah, I had that talent, and I used it in that way. But I also was given the talent I was not given her talent. I cannot make medicine out of herbal. I can't make herbal remedies.
Oh, look. If I can do it,
Don't
anybody can do it.
Don't go there.
I'm just telling you.
Don't go there. She makes candles. She makes jewelry.
What do? You just melt wax.
She finds raw materials.
You get all you do. You get wax and you melt it, and you just dump fragrance in it and put it in a jar. You can do this.
I tried once.
And you can also get herbs. It's easy. I mean,
plants come to my house to die.
No, let me tell you. Okay, the dead ones, you can make something with.
Okay, well, if
You can do all kinds of
send
stuff.
me a picture of dead comfrey and I'll bring it.
Okay, all right. So let's just say that you've gathered your comfrey. What you want to do is you want to put it upside down. Okay, so this is the blooms and all that.
Okay.
So you put it upside down. You want to put a rubber band on it or whatever, and you want to hang it.
See what I mean? I never would know that.
Well, now you know. So you can do that. You can dry it, and then all you.
My cat would eat it.
I know your cat would not like it. It would be healthy for the cat. The cat would be in great shape, but you can't do that. Now, you're not supposed to eat comfrey, they say. It's a topical thing. So you have to put it on the You're not supposed to eat. Did you eat the jar?
No.
I mean, you'll be okay. You'll just be
When I turned my ankle, she loved me. She happened to have that jar of comfrey, and I'm like, I asked her husband, Phil, I said, okay, can I wait until after the show? He goes, no. Sooner the better.
You do it. If I could only have one plant, it would be the comfrey plant because it's just a miracle thing.
So she sold
It's a
me on
guy-
that
guy gave it
already.
to us, right? The Garden of Eden, I'm pretty sure, had a comfrey plant in it.
Well, all the plants are from God, right? I mean, they don't just, I don't think they mutate, do they? I mean, we have pollination, but, mutate colors and things. But I think certain types of plants, they come from a family of plants, but
Oh, your aloe vera? Aloe vera
Yeah.
is if you've got to burn, like I'm always burning myself. I'm a clumsy cook. So I'm always burning myself. I keep aloe vera. And if you just take it, you just get a knife.
but it
get
does
the-
work.
Get the gel out of it and put it on there.
I raised
And
3
say-
little boys, so it does
Yeah,
work.
oh man, it's just something. How do we get off on plants?
Because I'm talking about all your talents. You can turn any
All my
plant.
talents.
You can turn any plant into a medicine, and I do think that they were probably put on this earth for that. It was either that
I'm
or,
just doing God's work. That's all.
the only thing I can think of is that stuff that has, what was that, poison oak or poison ivy?
Poison oak.
Okay, poison oak. She got into it, and I got into it cleaning my yard. So we both have the same things on our ankles and our wrists. So I think that was part of the fall in the garden, the curse. I mean, if y'all have a good use for poison oak or ivy, let me know.
I can't think of a single reason that you would want poison oak or poison ivy in your garden.
Oh,
But I'm just going to tell you, it jumps on me. Now, Phil can go out without a shirt on and grab it and hold it and cuddle it and everything, and it doesn't bother him. But I can walk by it. I just walk by it. There's a big old thing right here on my leg right here where I just walk by it, and it just...
don't you guys like it when I interview her? You find out things about your host.
yeah. well,
Anyways, we were talking about both of us being
1 minute.
reporters, but I found out
We're going to have a good show next month.
I walked into the Gadsden Times in my 20s, and I smelled the ink, and I heard and felt the
You
rumbling,
smell the ink.
and I heard and felt the rumbling of the printer printing that day's paper in the basement. It shook the building. And I was going there to apply for a job, and it took me several visits, but I sold myself to the company, and they took a chance on me. They even sent me to the University of Alabama for, some basic classes. I had taken other journalism classes, but I didn't have a degree. But as it turns out, I won more awards doing that than anything else, which was writing. So you guys have a gift, and you're born with it. And if you can find it and use it to make money, you will never work a day in your life.
Absolutely. I know we don't work.
I know, look at
We
us.
don't. We got to go. Can you believe that? Now, normally, let me tell you something I've done. Okay, I got to turn you off.
By the way,
I
if
had
you
a
want,
dog barking. And
I was going to tell them about Toys for Tots.
That would be good.
Our first, that's what I'm here for. Our first setup is at the Fife UFO Days Festival. It's their 20th anniversary, so it's going to be huge. They have a great lineup of live music. It's open to the public from 10 to 10. We are going to be set up there as Toys for Tots, not as Marine Corps League. And I want to give you the date and the time. The date is Saturday, 23rd of August. And if you're interested in setting up there, call City Hall because they're still looking for vendors. They do have truck vendors. They have people selling,
Food. There's food vendors all over the
food
place.
vendors, and they have all kinds of trinkets that are alien, blow
Oh,
up.
they have like these little alien earrings and stuff like that. So you got to go check it out.
She made me a pair. That jewelry talent of hers. The last time I saw her, she handed me a pair of earrings that had the Eagle Globe and anchor on them. That she just
Oh, I forgot about it.
yes, I should have worn them. I'll wear them next time.
We'll see y'all later. We got to go.
Bye.
Bye.